Anthony, is that you?
My least
Hey,
favorite person
pal.
on earth, Justin.
How you doing? You're not the only rich guy here with a fancy car. You know, Christine, ever heard from Vanity?
Iron Man 2 opens May 7th, and it stars Mickey Rourke, Scarlett Johansson, and Don Cheadle, all joining Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow, who were in the first film. Paltrow plays Pepper Potts, who is like a Gal Friday for Tony Stark, but ends up being a lot more. She talks about what happens to Pepper in Iron Man 2.
Well, in Iron Man 2, Pepper gets a lot more on her plate professionally, and so in that respect, she's still trying to handle Tony Stark, but from the perspective of almost being his boss and trying to keep him in line for the shareholders. So things change a lot. You know, of course, she still loves him and she still wants the best for him, but she has a bigger responsibility in this movie.
Gwyneth said that he's relatable because he's got flaws.
I think the reason that Tony Stark is so appealing is because he's flawed. You know, he's funny and he's kind of a disaster, but he's always trying to improve himself. He's brilliant. He's a superhero, but he has that duality of, you know, that we all, I think, feel of. I'm not so great, but I am great, and you know, it's interesting to watch him struggle with that and on his course to become a better man.
She talks about the relationship between Rhody, Iron Man, and Pepper Potts.
Tony and Pepper have a very, you know, it's a complicated relationship because she's always trying to be his moral center, and she's always trying to bring him back to Earth. And in this movie, her relationship with Rhody is great because he's really her ally in a lot of ways, and they both really love him personally, but they're also trying to, you know, rein him in, and, you know, because Rhodey's whole responsibility with him, with the military, you know, he's got a lot of balls in the air, and Tony Stark is a wild card, you know, so he, it's nice to have Pepper and Rhody a little bit linked up, and they sort of have a common cause.
Iron Man was directed once again by Jon Favreau, who was also the executive producer on the film, and he plays Happy Hogan.
How do I spell your name, Natalie?
Rushman.
What are you gonna Google her now?
I thought I was ogling her.